Classic fairy tales. It's story time. Puss in Boots. Meow. There was once an old miller who had 3 sons. When the miller died, he left the mill to his oldest son, and the middle son was given the donkeys. The youngest son, a kind man who had always put his father and brothers before himself, was left nothing but his father's cat. Meow. What will become of me? Sighed the younger miller's son, looking at his cat. Buy me a fine pair of boots, and I will help you make your fortune, just as your father had wished, replied the cat. Meow. A talking cat? The miller's son couldn't believe his ears. He bought the cat a fine pair of boots, and the 2 of them set off to seek their fortune. After a while, they came to a grand palace. I wish I could live so grandly, sighed the miller's son. Later the cat went hunting and caught a rabbit. He put it in a sack and took it to the king. Meow. A gift from my master, the Marquis of Carabas, said the cat, pretending the miller's son was a grand nobleman. Now the king will want to know all about you, laughed the cat. When he told his master what he had done, the cat delivered gifts all that week, and the king became very curious. So much so, he decided his daughter should meet this mysterious Marquis of Carabas. The clever cat rushed back to his master, telling him to take off his clothes and stand in the river by the side of the road. What? The puzzled miller's son did as he was told, and the cat quickly hid his master's tattered clothes behind the rock. When the cat heard the king's carriage coming, he jumped out into the road. "Your Majesty! Your Majesty!" cried the cat. "My master's clothes were stolen while he was bathing in the river." The king gave the miller's son a suit of fine clothes to wear and invited him to the carriage. The miller's son looked very handsome in his new suit, and the king's daughter fell in love with him at once. Meanwhile, the cat quickly ran on ahead. Every time he met people working in the fields, he told them, "If the king stops to ask who owns this land, you must tell him it belongs to the Marquis of Carabas." Beyond the fields, the cat reached a grand castle belonging to a first ogre. The cat bravely knocked on the door and called out, "I have heard that you are a very clever ogre, and I would like to see what tricks you can do." The ogre, who liked to show off his tricks, immediately changed himself into a snarling lion. "Roar! Very clever," said the cat, "but a lion is large, and I think it would be more impressive to change it to a tiny mouse." At once the ogre changed into a little mouse. The cat pounced on him and ate him up. Then the cat went into the castle. He told all the servants that their new master was the Marquis of Carabas, and that the king was coming to visit them. When the king arrived at the castle, the cat purred, "Your Majesty, welcome to the home of the Marquis of Carabas." The cunning cat told his master to ask the king for his daughter's hand in marriage, and that's what he did. The king, impressed by the nobleman's wealth, agreed, and soon the Marquis of Carabas and the princess were married. The hand. The cat was mad. The cat was made a lord of their court and was given his most splendid clothes. which he wore proudly with his fine boots, and they all lived happily